This is the monkey, aka the Darktuber, doing a special alternate cut of episode 7 of the Monkey Files. You may you may be wondering what is so different about episode 7. It is because it was recorded once, but I found it afterward to be too revealing. Yes, so I am doing a alternate cut, a different topic, different everything. And I hereby say that when I've reached episode either 800 or 3000, then I will release the other version of episode 7. Yep. Um. So in episode 7, the Monkey Files, the the top the topic is Star Trek Beyond. Yeah, Star Trek Beyond. It's really special to me because for anybody that misses sorry, what I meant to say was because after watching Avengers Endgame, it really made me hate the how things ended, how things were with the Gamora, you know? And so I just made me decide I want to watch Gamora again, but not the way she was. I want to actually see her when she's nice in space. And the last space movie we got her in before she was in Star Trek 2000, and I think either 8 or 9. So, so sorry, what I'm saying is the Star Trek Beyond was the last space movie we got Gamora in before Gamora was in Guardians of the Galaxy. So, I think so. I think so. I don't know. I think what I mean is it's the only. I mean, I thought it. I thought Gamora is better in a space movie as thorough um, than as in Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, do you blame me? At least she doesn't die in Star Trek Beyond. When you think about it, it's the only space trilogy uh, that she actually survives in. You know, it's the only space movies that she survives in from the beginning, from the moment she's introduced to the last frame of the last film in the series. She survives. You know, so when it comes to Gamora, that's important. I mean, so I'm saying it's important because number one, what I just said, that if I want to watch a trilogy that has her surviving and alive during the whole series from beginning to end, the Star Trek trilogy is the original is the best one to put on if I want to see her alive in every single movie in the trilogy, or in the series, in the movie series. Secondly, it made me love the series again. It just It just is such a wonderful movie. It, after the second one, I don't know. I didn't think it could get good again. I didn't. But then I saw the third one and I was up for a fourth one. I was. And if they would have followed through with how it was supposed to go, the next one in the series was going to have Othura, um, aka Gamora, or the actress that plays Gamora, being the commander of the ship. So, you know, so the third really got me excited for the fourth. Where the second one definitely did not get me excited for the first. It did not. For the third. But so I so and besides, so they had a really good script, a really great cast for uh for Star Trek Beyond. Had an awesome uh everything, just even the soundtrack. For them to bring back the first song that you hear young Captain Kirk listening to in the car, for them to use that song again, it brought it to me. It brought it back full circle. You know, to me, that was the infinity symbol. Them bringing that song back full circle from the first all the way to the last one. And the explosions during that scene. Oh my God. I saw that the first time I saw that, I actually saw it in 3D. On a 3D. I don't know. I can't remember, but I remember it was visually astounding to me. I saw that movie and it blew me away. I think it was in 3D. Yeah, because they released it in 3D. At least on a 3D TV. Yeah, because if you look, it's actually a 3D version of it that you can get a 3D Blu-ray. Yeah. And I was amazed. That sound, oh my God. I don't normally watch 3D Blu-rays, but that one was an exception to me. It was. It was amazing. I loved it and really, really good. Uh, yeah. And the soundtrack and the cast, it even had the guy from Heroes, but he was also in there's also in tons of stuff. He was in Hollow Man. He was in Star Trek no, Star Wars. He was in Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. Um yeah, so he was in Heroes, then he was in Hollow Man, and then he was in Rise of Skywalker, and really good, really good. But we'll get into those in the future, but I'm just saying it was really, really, really good as far as the third film in the series. But I will say, like I said, it just sat better. It sat better even than Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I mean, just to me, it's to me my favorite space movie besides the movie Contact has to be hmm, well, there's another one that's pretty close up there, but I will say my favorite one that has Gamora in it is the Star Trek films. Yep, those are my favorite star. Those are my favorite films that star Gamora in it. I love it. It's yeah, it's amazing. Those films that have Gamora in it, but in Star Trek instead of Guardians of the Galaxy, I'd say out of those, the third is my favorite. Definitely. Even though the first is a close second, but definitely the third Star Trek. The third in the series, the last one. Yeah, I think Star Trek Beyond. Definitely my favorite. Definitely. I love it. Uh, but like I said, the trilogy, the first Star Trek film from 2008 or 2009 till Star Trek Beyond, definitely my favorite space movies that star Gamora in them. Definitely my favorite. And I must say, my favorite Chris Pine films that is more than one film that he's in. I don't think he's been in a trilogy yet, but so far I've only seen him in like one at a time films. I've never seen him in a trilogy except the Star Trek films. But I've seen all the other films that Chris Pine is in, even that horrible Amazon one. That was awful. The worst Chris Pine film I've seen him in. Definitely. The one where he sees his wife again or ex wife. Definitely the worst film I've seen him in. Yeah. Chris Pine. I would give that a goose egg wrapped in barbecue sauce, thrown off a cliff, rescued from the bottom of the cliff, put in an anthill, then taken into the sewer, let it sat for 20 years, then removed it, put it into a pig pen for, I'd say, a month, then put it into a sewer again, wait another 20 years, then remove it, put it in a pig pen, put it in the sewer again for a year, then put it in a pig pen for another 20 years. And that's how bad it stinks. The film that he's in that's on Amazon, I believe. The one where it takes place mostly in a restaurant, but they keep doing flashbacks. It's kind of a political thriller, and it's really, really, really bad. I most hated Chris Pine's film in the world. I hate that film so much. But I love him and Gamora and Sylar in this film. Yeah, in the film series of Star Trek and Star Trek, the Turd Fest, the second one. And but don't get me wrong, I know some people like the second one a lot. Some people have watched it more in the series than any other, and you are entitled to your opinion. You are, and I respect it. I'm just saying, to me, the first and the third are my favorites in the series. But the series in whole is still my favorite uh, space movies that have Gamora in them. Um, well, like a lone banana, I've always let